Hi friends, good morning. Welcome back to another session on introduction part of theodolite surveying. So myself Mohammad Wahid, working as a lecturer in civil engineering department from Department of Technical Education, Telangana, Hyderabad. So and coming to the objectives, what you are going to study today and what you are going to get knowledge regarding is the important terms used in theodolite surveying. Next, instruments used in theodolite surveying and temporary adjustments of the theodolite instrument. Okay, the first we'll see the important terms. What is this important terms is first vertical axis. It is the axis about which the telescope can be rotated in a horizontal plane. So in the next slide I will show you what is actually this is. There is one figure I will show you, try to explain you. Okay, next, axis of plate level. It is the straight line tangential to the longitudinal curve of plate level tube at its center. Okay, now coming to this figure, if you can see this figure here, this is a horizontal axis and this is a vertical axis. Please try to imagine the instrument here itself, because our instrument will be having a telescope, vertical circle and horizontal circle, vertical axis and horizontal axis, and to support all these things you will be having standard A-frame to support the horizontal axis, right, and some tangent screws and clamp screws will be there, which are used to rotate the vertical circles, horizontal circles, like that, right. Now coming to here, this is the vertical axis which is perpendicular to the horizontal axis. Now two more definitions which are very important to learn here is, that is line of collimation, which is also called as a line of sight, and one more thing is axis of telescope. Axis of telescope, right. Now here, what is this? This is eyepiece. This one is what? Eyepiece, and this one is what? Object glass. Now first, what is axis of telescope? It is an imaginary line, okay, passing through optical center of eyepiece to the optical center of object glass, that is axis of telescope. Whereas the imaginary line passing through optical center of eyepiece and optical center of object glass and its continuation is nothing but called as what? Line of collimation or line of sight. These two are very important in case of theodolite surveying, and the leveling instrument also we have studied regarding this one. Okay, if you remember, we have studied the leveling instrument also, dumpy level or auto level, whatever it may be, these are common. Okay, next, here you can see that this is what? Horizontal circle. As discussed earlier, what do you mean by horizontal circle? You will be having two plates. One is inner plate or lower plate. Next one is outer plate or upper plate. Okay. Now when I take the inner plate, what readings will be there on that one? Those readings are there on the lower plate are main scale readings. Means the graduations will be 0 to 360 degrees, just like a whole circle bearing system. Okay, and the units are degrees and minutes. Now coming to the upper plate, upper plate will be having two verniers, vernier A and vernier B. Okay, now they differ by 180 degrees. Suppose here it starts with 0 and ends with 20. This is vernier A. Whereas vernier B, it starts with 0 and ends with 20 like this. Means what? It is differing by 180 degrees. Okay. So here the units are minutes and seconds. This is about horizontal circle. Coming to the vertical circle. You will be having what? You will be having reduced bearing system. What is this reduced bearing system? See, this is what? 0, 0 line. Quadrantal bearing system is also known as a reduced bearing system. Now here this is 0, 0 line and this is 90, 90 line, means 0, 90, 0, 90, 0, 90, 0, 90. Now while taking angle of elevation, you will be reading angles here. While taking angle of depression, you will be reading here itself. Okay. So these are the regarding the vertical circle. And here also you will be having two plates. Okay. Now you will be having two vernier scales here, vernier C and vernier D. Vernier C and vernier D. Okay. The least count of these vernier scales only is nothing but the least count of our instrument. Okay. Always you are supposed to talk about the instrument based upon their least count only and based upon the size of this one. Now here the theodolite size can be decided based upon the diameter of the horizontal circle. Diameter of the horizontal circle. Is it okay? Whereas the least count of the instrument can be decided based upon the least count of your vernier scale, and the vernier scale units are minutes and seconds. Minutes and seconds means you will be having seconds of 10 seconds or 20 seconds. If you have a readings each division having 10 seconds, means the least count of the instrument is 10 seconds. If it is having 20 seconds of each division, then it is a 20 seconds instrument, right? Now here least count 10 seconds, least count instrument of 10 seconds is high accurate than that of a all things. Okay. Now as I mentioned you, one second. So as I mentioned you, line of collimation, it is an imaginary line joining the intersection of crosshairs and center of objectless, and its continuation is nothing but also called as a line of sight. Okay. Horizontal axis, already mentioned you, shown you, it is the axis about which the telescope can be rotated in a vertical plane. Now see here, this is a horizontal axis. Okay. In this telescope can be rotated like this, it can be rotated like this. Okay. Now one more picture I am going to show you. Okay. in a three-dimensional one. This one is horizontal axis or Trinonian axis. This one is called as a telescope, okay, with eyepiece and object glass, and vertical axis is there. See, this vertical axis is passing through center of everything, where from here plumb bob will be dropped and your instrument will be fixed, and this is a vertical circle. Okay, one second, should clear this all these things. Right, next, here as I said you, some of the terminologies which are very important while we use in the operating of the instrument. One is face left observation, face right observation. Okay, now what is face left observation? The instrument is there and the observer, one who is taking the readings, he is nothing but called as a observer. So observer's left side, if the vertical circle of the theodolite is of the left side of the observer, then it is called as a face left condition. And in that condition, if any values are taken, if any readings are taken, then those are nothing but called as a face left observation. Face left observation. Next one is face right observation. Means when the vertical circle of the instrument is towards the right side of the observer, then it is called as what? Face right condition. Face right condition. And the readings whatever taken in that condition is face right observation. Now we'll see what are those figures. Okay, now here if you can see, this is face left condition. Suppose observer is here. Okay, imagine you are the person seeing from this side to this side, means your left side will be towards this side, means this vertical circle is towards your left side. Okay, is nothing but a face left. And see the condition here, telescope is there, here you have a target screws. For bisecting you will be using target screws. So most of the people, what you do is you will be bisecting the objects or points by using the eyepiece, which is very wrong. Wrong in the sense, what happens is, even though you are going on turning, you can't catch it directly. But if you go for a target, first you choose the target and approximately bisect it, and then you see from the eyepiece, it will be very easy and very faster. Okay, now observer is there and you are peeping from the eyepiece, and your vertical circle is towards the left side, and these are okay on the top side targets. That is nothing but called as a face left condition. Okay, next, face right condition. The same thing, but the thing is, see, your target screws are at the bottom and your vertical circle is, suppose if I am observing here, okay, from here, means it will be towards the right side of the observer. Just imagine, it is very clear cut. So, and if I take the readings like this, it is face left condition observation, and if I take the readings in this position, it is a face right observation. Now what is the purpose of taking with face left and face right? As I said you, if at all you got any error, that error can be nullified, it can be reduced. The simple thing is, if I am going to take angle between these 2 points, point A, okay, and point B, this is your instrument position. So first I will read A line and I will take the reading. Suppose I got, with face left I got 20 degrees 30 minutes, and with face right condition I got 20 degrees only. So what I have to do, I have to take the average of both. Okay, to reduce the errors. To reduce the errors, we'll be using that thing. Okay, right. Next, I have to clear all these things. If not, you are getting. Next, I have to choose arrow because it is getting closed. Is it okay? Next, I will go. So this is face left condition and face right condition. Next, swinging the telescope, rotating the telescope clockwise or anti-clockwise in a horizontal plane about vertical axis. Okay, rotating, revolving, both are different. Okay, right. Suppose, see here, transiting and swinging, both are very different. Now what I am going to do is, I will write this one. Right. Suppose, see here, this is my instrument position. I have chosen point A and point B, and I am interested in knowing the angle between these two. I have set up instrument in a horizontal plane. Now by using the horizontal circle, I will sight A. Telescope will be sighted to A in the first position. After that, I will rotate. As I said you, while rotating, what I will be loosening? I will be loosening the upper plate. Upper clamp will be loosed because I want to change the readings. Okay, I want to change the readings. So upper plate will be loosened, then I will be sighting to B. So I got some reading. Say I got completed face left condition. Next, while going to face right condition, what I have to do? I have to clamp the upper plate, upper clamp, and loose the lower clamp and rotate the telescope. What happens? Readings will not be changed, but the position of the instrument will be changed. Means now first stage it was here, the telescope is here in this line. Second stage the telescope was in this line. Later, after taking the reading, after we are tightening the clamp, upper clamp, the reading will be fixed there up to 20 degrees. Again I will rotate in this way. Again I will go to point A. So while going from point B to again in the point A, what you are doing? You are loosening the lower clamp where the instrument will be rotated. That is nothing but swinging of telescope. Okay, rotating the telescope clockwise or anti-clockwise in a horizontal plane. So I am moving in horizontal plane, right? About what axis? About vertical axis. Means this is vertical axis. I am rotating like this. Okay. Next, what is this transiting? Transiting. Suppose, see here clearly, highlighter, right? My instrument is here. Okay. Now this is our ground level. I have a point here. I have a point here. And suppose I have point here. Okay, and I have point here. At one particular point I have fixed the instrument, and another particular point I have taken the reference to prolong a line in this line only. This is point 1, this is point 1, and this is point 2. I want to continue this line. So what I have to do is, I will first sight to point A, point 1. Okay. Next, what I do is, I will loosen the vertical clamp. Then I will try to rotate like this. What? I will be tightening the clamps. Upper clamp, lower clamp will be tightened. Now here what is this? We are turning the telescope, rotating, revolving, both are different. Rotating is instrument rotation, revolving is telescope alone will be revolved. As I said you, transit theodolite, only transit theodolite will be having this transiting. Okay, now what I have to do is, first stage my eyepiece is here, object glass is here. I have taken all the temporary measurements have been done, temporary adjustments have been done. Then I have sighted point 1. Okay, I have sighted this point 1, and what I did is I have tightened everything. Upper clamp tightened, lower clamp, okay, and vertical clamp has been tightened. Now without rotating the instrument, without swinging the telescope, I want to prolong this line, I want to extend this line, means I want to fix one more point on this line, okay, where I have taken one point as a reference to fix the instrument, another point at particular point, right? Now with reference to this one and instrument position, I want to prolong this line. For that, what I have to do? I have to rotate the telescope, that is revolving the telescope. While revolving, the process is nothing but called as what? Transiting. See, this is first position. Now what happens later on? This is eyepiece. Eyepiece is here, object glass is here. In the next position, one second. First position is this is eyepiece and object glass. In the second position, okay, what happens? Eyepiece place is changed to object glass place is changed to eyepiece. So turning the telescope through 180 degrees in vertical plane about horizontal axis. What is this vertical plane again? This is vertical plane and this is horizontal plane. Now what I am doing, this is horizontal axis, I am turning the telescope from this to this, means what? About horizontal axis in vertical plane, okay. So next one is all things select right. Now telescope normal and telescope inverted. Now vertical bubble upside and face of the vertical circle left side of the observer. Now when the vertical circle is on the left side of the observer, what is the condition it is? It is face left condition. So that condition is nothing but called as a telescope normal. When the vertical circle of an instrument is towards the left side of the observer, okay, it is called as a telescope normal. Next one is when the vertical circle is on the right side of the observer, we call it as a telescope inverted. Now how you can see? By seeing the vertical circle you can observe and see here this is telescope normal, this one is telescope normal. See here target is upward, so telescope normal condition, target is downwards, telescope inverted conditions, okay. And one more observation is on vertical circle is towards the face left condition, means observer left side is vertical circle, so face left, which is also known as a telescope normal. Whereas here vertical circle is towards the right side of the observer, it is nothing but telescope face right condition or telescope inverted condition, okay. Next one is, now what are the instruments we are using in a complete theodolite surveying is tripod, plumb bob and a theodolite, okay. Tripod is to fix the theodolite on the tripod and plumb bob is to fix the instrument exactly on the station point. What is a tripod? So this is a tripod. extendable tripod. What is called as a extendable tripod? It may be wooden stand or any aluminum stand. Earlier it is to be get wooden stands, now we are getting aluminum stands. Okay, now it is used to support the theodolite. Now tripod head contains external threads. Here you will be having external threads. Next, fitted with iron shoes. These are iron shoes. See, these are iron shoes. Okay, and you will be having a threading in this point, which is to support the instrument here. And these legs are pressed into the ground to avoid the shaking. So these pointers are there, which are firmly fixed on the ground, so that it will not move even the wind comes. Okay, and small jerks also leads to error in the surveying what we are done. Okay, this is a plumb bob. Okay, sorry. So plumb bob, it is used to center the theodolite over the station. It consists of a theodolite on a weight at one end. So this is a silver color, what you can see knob is a weight, and the thread, the black one, is a thread. It is suspended from the hook provided at the bottom of the theodolite. Okay, next, theodolite. As usual, we are talking about the theodolite itself. It is used to measure the horizontal and vertical angles. Okay, now we'll see what are the temporary adjustments. It is under 3 stages, that is, setting up the theodolite over station, leveling of the theodolite, next, elimination of parallel acts. Elimination of parallel acts. Is it okay? Now what is this? We'll see one by one. In the setting up of the theodolite over station, first you have to spread the legs of tripod over the station. Means already known station point will be there, on that the theodolite should be fixed. Okay, you have to spread it. Later on, lift the theodolite from the box. Okay, next, fix the theodolite in the tripod head. Okay, bring the foot screws to the center of its run, and suspend the plumb bob to the hook provided to the theodolite, and move the required leg of the tripod radially and circumferentially till the plumb bob rests on the station. We'll see now what is this. Now, as I said, you have to spread the what? Tripod on the station, for example. Next, you remove the theodolite from the box and mount on the theodolite, and by using the trivet you have to fix the instrument. After that, so these are the foot screws. You make it in center of its run. Make the foot screws in the center of its run. Later on, you take, based upon the position, you choose one leg of a tripod, rotate it radially, inward or outward, or circumferentially. You rotate it like this. Okay, so that the plumb bob will be resting on the station point. Plumb bob will be resting on the station point. So in the second stage, leveling of the theodolite, test the adjustment of the plate level by placing the plate level bubble parallel to any of the 3 leveling screws. Now see here, these are the 3 foot screws. Foot screw 1, 2 and 3, right? This is our plate bubble. You have to keep this plate bubble parallel to any of the two foot screws, and by turning the foot screw slowly, either inwards, this is the inward position, arrow towards the inward position, and this is outward position. Okay, slowly by rotating towards the inward or outwards, you have to make the bubble center. This is first stage. Later, you have to keep this bubble perpendicular. Okay, I will show that position also. Okay, with these two leveling screws, center of the bubble in its run is done. Next, rotate the instrument by 90 degrees and align the plate level with the third leveling screw. So third leveling screw means what? What we have not used. Other two are used. The other one which is not used is the third screw. You have to rotate the instrument such that it has to align the plate level with the third leveling screw. So this is the position. The first position we are done like this. Now you have got keep the like this. Now use only this foot screw to make the bubble center, because the position has been changed, means definitely the bubble will be out. You have to ensure like either clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. This is clockwise and this is anti-clockwise direction. By that you are supposed to make the bubble center. Make the bubble center. Okay. Again, in the third stage, first you have kept the parallel to two things. Next again perpendicular to single thing. Next position, see here, center the bubble in its position by using the third leveling screw. Done. Rotate the instrument back to the first position and see if the bubble remains centered. If it is remained centered after rotating, means first parallel we have done, we made center. Perpendicular, we made center. Again rotate and keep the parallel. If it remains center, our leveling is completed. If not, repeat the procedure that using two foot screws inward or outward, you make it. Okay. So repeat leveling in these two positions until the bubble remains centered in both the positions. Okay. Next, elimination of parallax. Just try to imagine what I am going to explain. Now, focusing the eyepiece. Focus the eyepiece by moving it clockwise or anti-clockwise until the crosshairs appears distinctly towards a white paper. Now what you have to do is, while you are peeping from the eyepiece, means when you are observing the reading or before observing the reading, you are supposed to make the instrument ready. Right? By seeing the instrument from eyepiece, now so while seeing from the eyepiece, you have to get the crosshairs clear. What is this crosshairs? Generally, just behind your eyepiece, you will be having one diaphragm glass. Okay, on that diaphragm glass you will be having crosshairs, okay, engraved. Okay, crosshairs engraved, that should be clearly visible. For that purpose, what you have to do is, focusing the eyepiece should be done. For that, what you have to do, in front of your telescope, means in front of your object glass, you place a paper. You can just hold one paper and see from the eyepiece if it is clearly visible, paper will be clearly visible. On that you have to see the crosshairs. On that you have to see the crosshairs. Okay, if it is visible, if it is visible, then it is well and good. If not, there is one screw just beside. On the eyepiece you will be having one screw. That screw just you do either rotate either clockwise or anti-clockwise. Very minute change. Slowly you have to do it. Slowly, very slowly you have to do it, such that the crosshairs will be done. And this is same we have done in leveling instrument also. But the thing is, here one more advantage of theodolite is, okay, one more advantage of theodolite is that you can see, you can direct your telescope towards the sky also for crosshair clear vision. Is it okay? Whereas for leveling instrument we cannot do, because vertical movement of telescope is not possible in case of leveling instrument. For a theodolite instrument only it is possible, so that you can done very easily. Next, focusing the objective. You focus any object until it appears clearly with the help of a focusing screw. Means you see some electric pole, okay, or a ranging rod, okay, you just sight to that point and see from the eyepiece whether that object is clearly visible or not. Okay, if it is clearly visible, it is well and good. If not, towards the right side of your telescope you will be having one focusing screw. You have to slowly rotate. See, everything, even the foot screws or a eyepiece or a focusing screw, it should be done very slowly, so that you can see the clear observations, right? So by rotating it clockwise or anti-clockwise, you can adjust the objective glass till that you get a clear vision, till that you get a clear vision of that object. So after doing that, elimination of parallax. What is a parallax? If at all, if you are not doing this, focusing the eyepiece and object glass before taking the reading, before starting up with the instrument, if you take directly, what happens is error will be getting, because you don't know exactly where the crosshair is getting bisected. You don't know exactly to which what object you are going to direct. Like that, it will be problem. So that is the reason this is one of the permanent temporary adjustments of the theodolite surveying. After all doing all these things, now your theodolite is ready for taking the readings. So taking the readings means you can go for measurement of any angles, horizontal angles or vertical angles, or prolonging a line. Whatever the uses you are done, you know, all you can be done. Okay, so with this we have completed our temporary adjustments. Next we'll see some summary and quiz, and what are the frequently asked questions. Coming to what we have discussed, we have discussed about the important technical terms. What technical terms we have done? Axis of telescope, axis of line of collimation, vertical axis, what is a, okay, horizontal axis, face left condition, face right condition, telescope normal, telescope in, what is a transit. Next, see here, transiting is also known as a plunging or reversing. Another names for transiting is plunging or reversing. Okay, next we have seen the instruments used in the theodolite surveying, that is a tripod, plumb bob and the theodolite. And we have seen the brief description of instrument. What brief discussion we have done? We have done regarding the, what do you mean by a horizontal circle, what are the plates will be available on a horizontal circle, lower plate, upper plate, what does the lower plate consist of, main scale reading 0 to 360 degrees clockwise direction. Okay, whole circle bearing system will be there, and the units are degrees and minutes. And whereas vertical circle you will be having quadrantal bearing system. Okay, we have discussed all things. And on a Horizontal circle will be having two verniers, vernier A and B, always differ by 180, whereas vertical circle will be having two verniers, vernier C, vernier D, it will be differing by 180 degrees, right? All these we have discussed. Next, last temporary adjustments we have discussed. Okay, now we'll see some quiz questions and frequently asked questions. Which of the following is a fundamental line? Alignment, ranging rod, vertical axis, none of the above. So alignment, it is not a fundamental axis. So alignment is nothing but it's a position, procedure. Your what type of surveying it is. Ranging is not type of survey. Vertical axis, it is a instrumental, so it is a fundamental line. So vertical axis is the answer, right? Next, telescope of theodolite is normal when vertical bubble is left side, down, inclined, top. So top is the answer. Okay, top will be the bubble tube. Right? Next, horizontal axis is also called as high axis, transverse axis, telescope axis, none of the above. So transverse axis is the answer, which is also known as Trunonian axis. Trunonian axis, right? Next, crosshairs are marked on eyepiece, object glass, diaphragm, none of the above. See, on the eyepiece or object glass, the crosshairs are not marked. As I mentioned you earlier, it is marked on the diaphragm glass. Okay, so diaphragm is the answer. Okay, next, plumb bob is used to check the center of the eyepiece, center of the bubble tube, center of the telescope, and center of the theodolite. See, center of the eyepiece or bubble tube or telescope, it is not the answer. That answer is center of the theodolite. Okay, next, temporary adjustment is essential to get the inclined readings, to get accurate readings, to get straight readings, none of them. So we are doing the temporary adjustment to get the accurate readings. Okay, next, mention the uses of foot screws. These are the some of the frequently asked questions. Explain the leveling of a tripod. Explain tripod, plumb bob. Explain temporary adjustments of a theodolite. Mention any two fundamental lines. Define axis of plate level. Face left of a theodolite, swinging, telescope, normal, fundamental lines. Okay, with this we have completed our introduction part of theodolite surveying. Okay, we have seen the uses, some of the important terms, right? In the next class we are going to start our new topic, that is measurement of horizontal angle by repetition method and reiteration method. Okay, thank you for watching my video.